on his shoulder.
Garcon old though.
Goodwin got a chip on his, and Dez ain't old. I think they're the same age.
Nah, Dez and Goodwin aren't the same age.
No, Dez and
Garcon?
I think they're both like
been
32.
Garcon's been productive and much quieter. And he's faster. He's always been faster.
All right, next one. Donald Penn, we talked about it last week. He was involved with an incident with his
wife,
estranged wife,
soon to be
whatever.
divorced wife.
Turns out charges were dropped. I believe it was the DA said that there pretty much wasn't enough evidence to charge anything. So, do you have a take or tangent on it?
It sounded like really just a lover's quarrel, and they already got situations with a side chick going on. So I wish all three of them the best, or ever many other side chicks. He allegedly has come to the game to watch with his wife. I don't know. It's a lot of messiness going on social media. So good luck to the Penn family. Keep those kids out of that drama. Good luck to all of them.
That's pretty much my take on it. Is I'm glad that he didn't catch a case, and hopefully he can get this whole situation resolved civilly and put behind him so he can concentrate on.
I wonder if him and Gruden have beef.
The last couple of years of his career.
The last two, because he ain't got no more than 2 years.
Yeah, whatever the case.
Is he like an 87 overall, man? He's not a 90.
He might be like an 85.
Yeah, that's fair. 86.
All right.
Push it 87.
And my last one. Peyton Manning was asked about being included in a bid for the Carolina Panthers ownership. He actually turned it down, declined it, said he's not interested. So do you got to take your tangent on it?
Could they stop shoving Peyton Manning down our throats post-retirement? Like, bro, I didn't like the nasty-ass pizza that you were promoting.
Okay.
Why don't you, go promote, prosthetics for people's necks and shit? Do that. Be helpful that way.
Whoa. Can we be fair here?
We don't live in a world of fair. Sorry. Fair is where pigs are judged.
It's not Peyton Manning. I think Peyton Manning feels the same way as you. I think he's like, hey, can y'all stop connecting me to every single job that's remotely related to the NFL?
Real talk. It feels like he's just trying to chill with Cooper and everybody else.
Well, I think Marcellus Wiley, he said it on my way over here.
To pull a J. Cole, he's like, get off my...
He's like, why would Peyton want to do that? He already gave his neck. He already gave up all his family time. He's a workaholic,
leave Peyton alone.
And he's made a lot of money, but for some reason, everybody thinks that means that he wants to keep giving all that to football and stay connected to the game. When really, he's probably making bags to just show up and give motivational speeches.
Residuals.
And he gets free vacation, and he can bring his family with him or not bring his family with him, whatever he wants to do.
Checks.
Pretty much paid vacation, fat check, no preparation, chill at home. Why would you give that up?
No CTE, no edge rushers.
And the other point Marcellus brought up is really, how many former NFL players even want to own an NFL team? They don't, because it doesn't appeal to them. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of headache. It's a lot of managing personalities, moving money. And those who do want to do it usually don't have the means. Because... think about it. Outside of John Elway, how many people have really had a role in the front office?
I mean, there were talks of allegedly somebody said a coach reached out to Kurt Warner, but I believe that he can't.
But even for Kurt Warner, I think he's more of a coach than a GM front office kind of guy. He just takes me as that dude who wants to be on the field,
I think
running through drills. Because I remember even a few years ago, he was coaching his sons in high school, leading them to
which ones
championships.
He has 37 kids,
something like that. I don't know. I read a story about it.
But also, it's I can see him more doing play-by-play as a joke every once in a while.
Just show up,
street clothes and flip-flops with no socks, with mandals. Or dad sandals. All
right, man. So, before we close out the show, there's a couple things I want to talk about. One of them we kind of breezed over with Daiki was the whole veteran to first round pick, second round pick QB transition.
That's an interesting relationship. It's unlike the bridge quarterback to future quarterback relationship, which is kind of like
it's pretty much like asking your wife to set up your next ex-wife, your future ex-wife setting up your next wife.
That's more of like starting quarterback to backup. But when it's like bridge QB to like future star, it's more of like side chick to future wife. Like you're out of the player stage.
Big Ben's not a side chick.
No, but I'm talking about more Tyrod Taylor, Josh McCown, and any team he's on.
Yeah. No, but
shout out to Darren Orlovsky. I would want that man in my corner. He's the greatest hype man ever.
I just want to specifically talk about Big Ben, right? Because he's not. He basically told, as you said, Mason Rudolph, F the click you claim, and
F you and the click you claim.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know why I said that so culture. My bad.
I mean, you probably should have just played the clip, but.
And Mason Rudolph.
He said F your
couch. And Joe Flacco hasn't returned any of Lamar Jackson's texts or calls, which.
It's understandable.
It's understandable, but.
Joe Flacco's anti-social.
Lamar. How many texts and calls did you return all offseason and draft season? Like, bro, come on. Like,
that's not fair.
Like, come on, bro. Like,
that's not fair.
You had plenty of people trying to mentor you, and
they weren't trying to really mentor him. It was more like they're like, "Could you run a 40 for us?"
No, that's not true. That's not true. There was a lot of former black quarterbacks who was reaching out to Lamar and not getting anything back.
Were they any good? Because
Michael Vick was one of them.
Michael Vick is a coon, so there's that. What? I can say it. You said it earlier, but I can't say it.
I never said that. Don't put those words in my mouth.
You said it about Herschel Walker.
I didn't say that about Michael Vick.
Okay, whatever. Fine. Whatever, dude. Apparently.
All right, so elaborate. You want to slander Michael Vick?
Really?
Yeah, go ahead.
We've already been over this.
No, we haven't. This is news to me.
What he said like a while back, pretty much like Kaepernick should cut his hair. It's like that was coon talkish. That's the talk of a coon. They would have treated you better had you just cut your hair. That's essentially what he said. It came out really stupid. He pulled a Kanye before Kanye, but what Kanye did was unforgivable.
No, he didn't, bro. He didn't at all.
Did you not hear what I just said? What Kanye did was unforgivable. Mike Vick just said something really stupid. And now he kind of has like a weird stigma to him. That's why he doesn't really talk about black quarterbacks anymore, in case you haven't noticed. He just shies away from that.
What are you talking about, bro?
He shied away.
He was advocating for Lamar Jackson all draft season. What are you talking about, bro? What are you talking about?
He didn't attack
What are you talking about? Because you're not making sense right now, bro.
Let me finish.
No, because you're not making sense right now.
No, because he didn't go after the people saying, "Oh, well, why do you want to see him run so bad? You know he's fast." Like he didn't go after the people attacking him for obvious reasons that appeared racial compared to the comparisons with Josh Allen. We don't have to rehash all this, but pretty much...
You brought it up. You were feeling some type of way, so you want to slander someone. Man, slander up correctly.
I am slandering correctly, but Michael Vick said a lot of stuff outside of...
What else did he say? Come on.
Bro, he said stuff on the show he was on where it was just like... He even admitted, he said, like, yeah, I was stupid, and it sounded suspect. So, yeah. And there was a stigma attached to him for a while. So...
Which you're perpetuating?
No, that he said it himself.
Yeah, so which you just rehashed and perpetuated, and you used a single action to sum up a whole person's character.
All right, whatever. I'm not the only one who feels
you
that
just
way.
put someone in the box. That doesn't make it right. That doesn't make it right.
I never said it didn't. I'm just saying, when you say things like that, it really makes a black man.
And he's not the only person who said that. And he's not the only black person who said that.
That's different. I mean, Jason Whitlock said a lot of stuff.
I mean, you just said if we're
talking about it.
You just said you're not the only person who said it that agreed.
In every argument, but you're really like obsessing over this Michael Vick thing.
Yeah, because that's not right. I don't know why you have to slander someone who's already been slandered by so many different communities, and he's actually doing a lot of work
I never
in the community and actually putting a lot of players out there. and he's actually been really open.
He has a heart of gold, but he said something that was really
Lamar.
coolish. He said something that was really disrespectful towards black people, and it insulted our intelligence as a whole. So, sorry, Pete, but in this one, you're wrong.
Yeah, man.
You're just
like
wrong.
I said.
What he said was disrespectful.
That's fine. You could feel that way, but...
And a lot of black people feel that way. Jim Brown felt a way about that. So is Jim Brown wrong, too? Or is it just...
Bro, you've said stuff about Jim Brown in here, too, so don't even go there.
No, I said...
Check the archives.
Bro, I said...
You slandered Jim Brown.
I was like, Jim Brown said
Brown.
something, and it feels like someone's not helping him pay his bills, so he had to kind of... I mean, and also, when he went to the White House... like when Jim Brown ended up at the White House, it was like, yo, y'all not looking after Jim Brown. Because there's no way in hell 20 years ago he'd be talking to Trump at the White House. So I was like, yo, somebody his handlers, whoever, needs to get Jim Brown and tell him the situation that's going on out here. But yeah, I didn't say anything bad about Jim Brown. So calm down.
Okay.
Are we done? Are we done with this?
No, because...
You literally are obsessing over this tiny ass... Okay, all right.
No, because...
I remember your question.
I don't understand how you could get...
You're not black, so of course you
I don't understand how you can get mad at Michael Vick for saying a comment when he's...
I ain't mad at Michael Vick, but I love him still.
When he's a media analyst, and that's what he does.
Nah, bro, that's not a media take to say, hey, Colin...
So let's just do that.
They would have treated you better had you cut your hair.
You're talking about Jim Brown, a leader...
Who's not a media analyst.
Exactly. You're right. Added to my point.
That was more
who's political. A symbol, exactly, a political symbol.
Michael Vick ain't a political symbol.
That's what I'm saying.
But he said something really slavish,
and that's worse than That's worse than Jim Brown going to the White House.
Dog, Jim Brown got played out. That's what I think. He's done too much for black society. For me to sit up here and be like,
okay.
Yo, Jim Brown's
That's
terrible.
all I wanted you to say, okay.
He's done too much.
Even though you're thinking it, but you can't say it on
I told you. I said, I straight up just said, nah. All right, you wouldn't understand. You wouldn't understand. You're not black. You wouldn't fully understand.
That's not a good argument
for Jim Brown
that's not
so
a good
hard
argument.
right now.
No, I understand.
Do you hear
yeah,
Jimmy?
I do.
Do you hear Jimmy?
Yeah, I do. You're talking about one of the...
Jimmy?
You're talking about one of the...
Pause. By the way, that's a line from White Man Can't Jump, Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson. That's why I said that. So for some of y'all who thought that was weird, congratulations. This podcast also gives great movie references. You're welcome.
Yeah, I know what Jim Brown has done. He's one of the few athletes who stood up for Muhammad Ali. He went through a bunch of racial things throughout his playing career. I understand post career. I understand what Jim Brown has done. So you don't have to sit here and try to educate me. I'm just saying, like, you're over here talking about an action versus a statement.
Michael Vick went on TV and embarrassed himself.
Yeah,
Jim Brown's such a cult figure that he could meet with any president. And
come on, dog. No, stop.
That's
can't
why
say that, bro.
That's why I said, yo, his handlers got him looking funny in the streets out here. Because why would you send Jim Brown to the White House to meet Donald Trump? I said that. I was like, yo, his handlers got him looking away out here. The same way there were reports about, like, legendary comedian Paul Mooney's handlers were leaving him hanging out here, having him perform, knowing damn well, like, he's older and he's just lingering on stage, and it's bad. I think people really need to... We got to look out for our elders. I'm going to just say that. Because sometimes we put them in bad positions, the ones who did look out for us.
All right, so the last thing I want to get to...
we didn't even really talk about the backup quarterback thing. I guess we'll just handle that in our individual takes. Because I feel like we got different opinions or similar opinions.
Well, pretty much
what I was just...
roast. Go ahead. Go for it.
I'm going to save it for the end.
Well, pretty much what I just wanted to say is, like we talked about before, at what point do you kind of accept a mentor role? At what point is it your obligation to help the organization that has really put you on and fed you? Like, at what point is it okay for you as a quarterback, the franchise guy, the person with the ego, the person who is the franchise, to kind of remove that and say, hey, I'm going to help this young man out behind me? especially if you're someone who kind of got that.
Yeah, because